All right, Shalom. First and foremost, I'd like to give all honor and glory and praise unto Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rachak Radash. Double honors to our apostles and elders of Great Millstone, to all the Akim out there teaching and preaching this truth with 144% sincerity, to the men, women, and children listening and learning, and to the Baya Shadabadat, the house of David, Amaya Shetad, with men of valid law spake his camp, coming to you through the will and power of Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shai. So-called Negroes, Latinos, Native Americans, and Seminole Indians, as well as you speckled birds whose father's line goes back, you are the true children of Israel. Salvation belongeth unto you, and you alone. First and foremost to the 144,000 alike men, then the multitude of the men, women, and children who believe upon the testimony. But without further ado, we're going to go ahead and get into this video. All right, I don't have a title for this one. This was a very impromptu. The Spirit just jumped on me and said, hey, keep it going. All right. So we're going to start here in the book of Sirach, otherwise known as Ecclesiasticus. It's going to be chapter 2 and verse 1, and it reads, My son, if thou comest to serve the Lord, Yahweh Bashem Yahushai, prepare thy soul for temptation. All right? So if you come to serve Yahweh Bashem Yahushai, prepare your soul for temptation. All right, and that service of Yahweh Bashem Yahushai is definitely first and foremost talking about the prophets, the men who were out on the highways and byways preaching and teaching, who given diligence to and reverence unto Yahweh Bashem Yahushai. All right, to order and to be in order. Okay, take heed to what you involved yourself in through the will and power of Yahweh Bashem Yahushai, what you were called for. All right, but this doesn't exempt those who listen to the word of Yahweh Bashem Yahushai. See, you have been called as well. You have been called into the faith and belief of Yahweh Bashem Yahushai. Will you withstand, all right, the rain? Will you withstand hearing the ministry of Yahweh Bashem Yahushai and the things that you're held accountable for, to do, the way you're supposed to live? All right, how you're to conduct yourself as a man or a woman of Yahweh Bashem Yahushai, and the way that you would want to live after, because we're all practicing and rehearsing the righteous acts. All right, just like one sin is not greater than the other. All right, one job is not minute. One faith, one believing on the faith of Yahweh Bashem Yahushai, and just by word doesn't exempt you from your practice. All right, in your rehearsal. Every man might not be a prophet, all right, but every man who calls on the name of Yahweh Bashem Yahushai is therefore a steward of Yahweh Bashem Yahushai's ministry. All right, you are to be and to hold yourself as a man of Yahweh Bashem Yahushai. You women out there that claim to be in the truth and follow the truth, follow the men of Yahweh Bashem Yahushai. You have an order and a way to live. Okay? Let me read that again, and I'm going to actually read through 3, but I'm going to start at the beginning again. It reads, My son, if thou comest to serve the Lord, Yahweh Bashem Yahushai, prepare thy soul for temptation. Set thy heart aright. Constantly endure, and make not haste in time of trouble. Don't be quick to run. Don't be quick to think upon your own way or the old way. All right? Know that Yahweh Bashem Yahushai is working with you through the will and power of Yahweh Bashem Yahushai. All right? If you're being chastised, if you're being tried as gold in the fire, these are all situations. These are all things that you have to go through. All right? It is an action that you are put through. Being tried. All right? Being tried, being tempered. This is an action that you are put through. Okay? Continuing on. Verse 3. Cleave unto him and depart not away, that thou mayest be increased at thy last end. All right? So that you may be increased, that you may obtain the way and the word of Yahweh Bashem Yahushua, that you may continue in the way, that you will not depart. All right? Because why? This is beneficial. Beneficial for who? You. Why? Because your soul depends on it. Your very life, your essence depends on being subject unto Yahweh Hashem Yahushai, following after the way of his word to obtain his world. You have to continue in the way. You have to rise to the occasion. All right. And the occasion that Yahweh Hashem Yahushai has purpose is to fight for our salvation. The occasion is the ceremony, all right, of our salvation. The greatest, this is the greatest movie that was ever written. It is the greatest story that was ever told. All right. This is the salvation of Yahweh Bahashem Yahushai. Bahashem Rachak Wadash. And you have the ability to be a part of it. You are written in the story. Now find your part. Adawana Rataza. All right. We are of that elect number. Fall in line. Love every minute that Yahweh Hashem Yahushai gives you. No matter what. No matter how bad it hurts sometimes. But you have to give it all to Yahweh Hashem Yahushai. All right? He said, roughly paraphrasing scripture, he said he wouldn't put on anything on you more than you could bear. So know that if he put circumstances on you, that he knew you could bear it, even if it hurts. All right? Let's go to the book of Ephesians. Salakia. Let's go to the book of Ephesians, chapter 22, or Salakia, chapter 4 and verse 22. And it reads, that ye put off concerning the former conversations. Salakia. All right, Salakia. Let me start again. So be here in the book of Ephesians chapter 4 and verse 22, and it reads, that ye put off that ye put off concerning the former conversations, the old man, which corrupteth according to the deceitful lust. I'm going to read that again, Salakia. This is the book of Ephesians chapter 4 and verse 22, and it reads, that ye put off concerning the former conversation, the old man, which corrupt according to the deceitful lust. All right, the deceitful lust of this world, the lust of your mind. All right, clinging unto this world and being on one accord with the world and denying really the word of Yahweh Hashem Yahushai, because you knew not Yahweh Hashem Yahushai. You knew not his ways. You knew not his judgments. All right, you only knew the way of the world. All right. Verse 23, and it reads, and be renewed in the spirit of your mind. All right. So Yahweh Hashem Yahushai is saying, be renewed in the spirit of your mind. Come out of that utter darkness. All right. Hey, receive what Yahweh Hashem Yahushai is giving freely. He is giving you wisdom, knowledge, and understanding. He is giving you the keys and the blueprint to the kingdom of Yahweh Hashem Yahushai. If you have the ears to hear and the eyes to see, you have to seek Yahweh Hashem Yahushai and walk after him. All right. Continuing on, verse 24, and it reads, and that ye put on the new man, which after the power Yahweh Hashem Yahushai is created in righteousness and true holiness. All right. So you shed the old skin of the old man. You don't follow after foolish ways. You don't attend foolish doctrine and fight against the grain of Yahweh Hashem Yahushai. All right. You don't mingle yourself with deceit and mischief. All right. You continue to be circumspect of the things and the people around you. All right. Slakia. Matter of fact, it's up here. Ephesians 5:5-15. See then that ye walk circumspect, not as fools, but as wise. All right. Redeeming the time, because the days are evil. All right. The days are evil. The people out here, the things that you have to deal with, hey, they're trying to draw that old man back out of you. If you have a problem with someone, or you had a problem with someone, all right, you give that to Yahweh Bashem Yahushai. You take no joy in being that man that you once were. You should look at the man that you once were and be ashamed in ways. Don't leave behind the lessons that you have learned. All right, but accept those lessons that you have learned, but do not obtain and go after that same vain wickedness and that vain thought as that old man. You have to do better. You have to want better in Yahweh Bashem Yahushai. All right, Yahweh Bashem Yahushai cannot enter into a malicious soul. You cannot say one thing and do another and believe that the outcome is going to be righteous. If you do wickedness, wickedness will come to you. All right? But if you follow after the way through the will and power of Yahweh Bashem Yahushai and do right and righteousness, as Yahweh Bashem Yahushai has permitted, he said righteousness will come unto you. Okay? Let me go here. I got 5 more scripts, and I'm going to go ahead and close out. It's going to go here to the book of 1 Peter. It's going to be chapter 2. And it's going to be chapter 2 and verse 1. And it reads, Wherefore lay aside all malice, and all guile, and hypocrisy, and envy, and all evil speaking. As a newborn babe, desire the sincere milk of the word, that ye may grow thereby. Obtain this word. Obtain the name of Yahweh Bashem Yahushai. Repent and call upon the name. All right? Fashion your life and your way after a way that is pleasing unto Yahweh Bashem Yahushai. All right? Follow the scriptures to the best of your ability. All right? Watch videos while you can. Ask questions when you can. Do the things that permit you to fall in the grace and the glory of Yahweh Bashem Yahushai. Refrain from the world and cling unto the word. All right, of Yahweh Bashem Yahushai. There's only benefits that lie in Yahweh Bashem Yahushai. Glory, grace, and mercy. All right, riches and wealth and knowledge and understanding. Health. All right, for your soul, your body. All right, and your mind. Instruction and order. This is all given by Yahweh Bashem Yahushai. All right. If you feel like you're lacking something, Yahweh Bashem Yahushai provides everything. And even when you don't think you're lacking, you're still lacking. You know why? Because Yahweh Bashem Yahushai is everything. And you should be trying to obtain everything it is that he has for us. As well as myself, speaking myself first and foremost. All right. Verse 3, if so be ye have tasted that the Lord, Yahweh Bashem Yahushai, is gracious. All right. So that sincere milk, understanding the doctrine of Yahweh Bashem Yahushai, the very thing, the name, all right, who you are and whose you are. All right. His judgment, his mercy. All right. Everything it is that we need to obtain salvation. All right. The fear in Yahweh Bashem Yahushai. You have to leave really this world behind, not just the movie. Leave this world behind. You, Jake, you so-called Negroes, Latinos, Native Americans, and Seminole Indians, as well as you speckled birds whose father's line goes back, you have to leave this world behind. All right? Go back here. It's going to be the book of Sirach, and I'm chapter 2, and I'm going to read it on again, on down, and it reads, my son, if thou comest to serve the Lord, Yahweh Bashem Yahushai, prepare thy soul for temptation. Set thy heart aright, and constantly endure, and make not haste in the time of trouble. Cleave unto him, and depart not away, that thou mayest be increased at the latter end. Whatsoever is brought upon thee, take cheerfully, and be patient when thou art changed to a lower estate. For gold is tried in the fire, and an acceptable men in the furnace of adversity. All right? So, Lord willing, this was edifying, uplifting unto the body of Yahweh Bashem Yahushai. Keep fighting. Keep calling on the name of Yahweh Bashem Yahushai, doing the work through the spirit and power of Yahweh Bashem Yahushai. I want to give all honor and glory and praise unto Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rachak Wadash. Double honors to our apostles and elders of Great Millstone, to all the Akim out there teaching and preaching this truth with 144% sincerity, to the men, women, and children that's learning, to the Ba'ish Shadabadat, the house of David. To the next time, Amaya Shaddad saying Shalom, Kwam Yasharala, Wa Abal Babal. Shalom.